Hello everybody, hopefully everything's working correctly. We got video, webcam, gameplay, reset counters, desktop audio looks like it's good, audio input capture is good. I think we're golden. Hello and welcome everyone. That dollar sign really doesn't look like a dollar sign, does it? Let's see if I can fix that. Because we don't want people thinking that that dollar amount is somehow $85, because that would not be ideal. There we go. That's better. Hello, Marcus Wiss, Shiny Gamer, who may have stepped out already. Dr. Snepper. And Shark Lord, of course. You lost a bunch of stuff in Minecraft today. That's terrible news. Both of your fully enchanted netherite picks. Oof. That's unfortunate. You fell into the raid farm. Sounds like the farm was a little bit above your level. You came back to say hi? Well, hello, Shiny Gamer. Rest in peace, Shark Lord's Minecraft game. Who's excited for a 3-day weekend? I don't know if everybody gets one, but I got one, so like I'm stoked. I don't have to go to work Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday this week. So that means I get to stream tonight, tomorrow night, and Monday night. So I'm pretty jazzed. I'm excited. I'm also excited to be able to spend most of Monday making some videos for not just this channel, but for Hyrule Monkey, as well as Brasscoin Plays. So I got a bunch of shorts that I want to get through and make. I'm excited about that. Sorry to hear that you're sick. That's no fun. Brock's channel, play into Legends Arceus and just beat Electro. That's pretty cool. You can't hear, but it sounds like everyone is sick from chat. Yeah. Likely not doing Among Us tomorrow. I do need to eventually get through my Resident Evil playthrough. So tomorrow is going to have a Brasscoin Play stream. I'm going to do some Resident Evil for sure. And then I'll be doing some more shiny hunting. But it really was a lot of fun. I did have a lot of fun with that. I haven't checked. Where is Brasscoin Plays at? Last I knew it was like at 40, 30 some, yeah, 40 subscribers. That's pretty good. Honestly, today was kind of more of a obligatory stream. Like, I'm dead tired. but I didn't want to have another stream where I didn't show up, so I'm trying to be more consistent that way for you guys. Arsenon, it's going well. How you doing? Yay, thank you, Wookie. Getting that light goal in there. It's going decent. Oh, I'm glad it's at least going decent for you. What's got life being decent? I also need to catch up on some YouTube comments. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow and Monday being able to get a lot of stuff done. I'm hopeful that I can get a lot of stuff done, I should say. Top 5 spooky mons? Do they actually have to be scary or just ghost type? Because, like, initially, right off the bat, Gengar, Phantump, Banette, Litwick, Agislash, and Cofferegis. Okay. I mean, honestly, if I could get away with it, I would stream Among Us tomorrow at like 6, but I don't think that's going to happen. But I do have to make up a Resident Evil stream. Saturday nights are about the only time you see me. Well, the only other night I do stream is Monday night, so like, you're not missing a lot of my streams because I just don't stream as often as I'd like. One thing that I need to do tomorrow is a reaction video to the new Legends of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom trailer that dropped. I still haven't seen that. Been saving that for a reaction video for Hyrule Monkey. Also got a bunch of stuff to do for Hyrule Monkey as well. Twilight Princess, I've got a save state for every single boss, so I'm excited to be able to go through and finish my damageless boss run that I've been working on for like the past 2 years. And then I'm excited to start Wind Waker and get that knocked out. I think that's going to be a blast. If you do Among Us, I expect you to spam your phone with ats on Discord. You know it, Arsenon. Yeah, Dr. Snapper, that's going to be the one where we play as Zelda. You don't want to miss another one, Arsenon? I will spam the crap out of your phone. So hyped for Echoes of Wisdom. Me too. I need to watch that next trailer and see what that's all about. I'm jazzed. We've officially done 1,000 encounters since the last shiny. Well, almost. Almost. We're like 68 short. Jumped the gun a little bit. Oh gosh. He threw a desk? That's a troubled youth. You'd miss this one if not for your brain being like, you know that cool thing called sleep? Yeah. Stop it. Fair. Fair. I mean, I kind of did the same thing. Like, I was in bed, and then I was just like, you know, I really should just suck it up and stream. Like, it's not that I don't want to. It's just that I keep doing that with my face. So, tonight's definitely not going to be a full-length stream as normal. This is more of a stream to be like, hey, we're still here. We're still vibing. Get some encounters in. See how everybody's doing. And then call it a night. Given the lateness of the stream that I started, I'm thinking like we'll do an hour from this point forward and call it a night instead of streaming until 2. I mean, I was able to stream earlier than normal, I guess. Yeah, Dr. Snepper. I have Deoxys. Deoxys on Emerald. So, Deoxys on Emerald, I was doing an RNG manipulation hunt. So, like, I knew where the shiny was and how to get it quickly. But I was expecting it to take some work to narrow down and fine-tune and get it. I don't know how much you've watched about RNG manipulation hunting, but like that's a great stream to go back and look at for my Deoxys stream. It was incredible. So what I did was I got myself in front of Deoxys. I did an initial test run of the timing, and I was 1 frame off. And then I started up the stream immediately after that and said, okay, guys, we're going to, you know, shiny hunt Deoxys. I did my initial test run. I got 1 frame off. We're going to see how many times it takes to, you know, encounter this Deoxys. The very first encounter of the stream, I nailed the RNG manipulation and got the shiny. And I think that same stream, I also managed to get a shiny Lugia. It was either Lugia or Ho-Oh. Like, I immediately went after that one. And I got Lugia in, like, 11, then Ho-Oh in 2. Please hold 1 moment. Purplecliff wore the May dress. How many subscribers for your canon event 2 to happen? My canon event? Honestly, at this point, I would say you guys get me to 100,000 subscribers, and I would totally wear a maid dress for an entire stream. I would do it. With zero shame, too. I would rock that. Ooh, Marley's over there like, bet. Clip it, clip it. Boys, start making alt accounts. I'll clip it. I'll put it in a short. I ain't scared. You guys get me to 100,000, I will. Alright. When did he put that clip as the hold? It's been the hold for like a month, almost. Cresselia was 16. Yeah. This is a starter Espeon, Umbreon, and Eevee from Coliseum. Could maybe see about doing that. Okay, well, Baby Coin is insistent on getting some food, and he's not cooperating with me for a second here. There we go. Dude, just eat it. Come on. Okay, I don't think you really want that right now. You have a great night, Marcus. For those wondering, Baby Coin has joined the stream. His mom went to bed. He thinks he's hungry, but he's like not eating the bottle for me, so... Yeah, Arslan, it might be a goal reason to fight for. But, we have to multiply this channel by 5 to get there. We need to do what we've done 4 more times. Oh, double check. Do we just need this instead? There we go. The further you get, the quicker you grow. That's true. You'd be surprised what a man would do to see another man in a maid dress. I guess. I mean... we haven't grown very fast since that clip came out. In fact, I think we've only grown like 90 since then. I believe when I did that, I was at 320. And, I mean, we've almost got 100, but, oh my gosh. 20,300 to 20,400 took like 2 months. It was ridiculous. Where would the silver play button be displayed in the background when I get it? Probably where Wobbuffet's at. I would actually be looking to redo my entire setup at that point, I think. His mom didn't heat up the bottle like he likes it. It's a little cold for him, I think. I've grown exactly 80 subs since the May Dress clip. It's like, bud, I don't know how to help you if you don't want to eat your food. I don't know if I was able to tell you guys. Probably not, because it just happened like Friday morning. Maybe Thursday. But the patches finally have a shipping label created. So I'm super jazzed about that. Apparently there's a cat in here. Okay. We making the inside joke t-shirts. We probably should, but right now I am not remembering the inside joke. Like, I do remember discussing and talking about that, so like I know what you're referencing, but like the details are fuzzy. Oh yeah, the ditto pillow. It's like, how would I get away with doing a pillow shaped like ditto? Go dominate on Pokemon Sleep. It's like, those would be good ideas, because like I'm going to have a Shopify store or something to link into YouTube and Discord and all that. So like, it would behoove me to have as many variety of things as possible there. Good night, Dr. Snapper. You have a great one. So, I have a question for the chat. How long do you think it will be before we have a fighting type Pokemon that's dubbed in the Pokedex as the throwing type, like the throwing Pokemon? So like its whole thing is it throws things, kind of like a rugby player or something. And what are the chances that it would be named like Yeetus or something like that? Like, how long do you think before we have a Pokemon called Yeet? Nah, throw itself, Shark Lord, is a reference to judo. Throw. Am I a joke to you? Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm talking about like throwing, not like slamming people down on the ground throwing. Its signature move, think fast. You may be good at Japanese, but you're clueless to fighting culture. His signature move is Yamcha. Hey, Starkiller, welcome. Yamcha. It's practically play dead, but actually kills him. Did we decide if we wanted our food or not? Do you want it or not? Okay, like, I don't know what you want, kid. Its ability is Pitcher's Mound, where in certain environments, all throwing moves are precise and deal more damage. I like it. Seiba-dim. The Great Saiyan Man? What's the question, Shark Lord? Why did I make my channel name Brass Coin instead of Brass Coin? Also, why Brass Coin in general? The original name for the channel, which shall never be pronounced again, was kind of an anagram of my name, in a way. It didn't use all the letters, and I added some extra letters, and that's what it came up with. It originally wasn't Brass Coin, but everybody pronounced it as Brass Coin. Because, like, when you read the word, it's like, oh yeah, that made sense. So, like, I just made it that. Like, I don't have a great story for it. I'm terrible at finding names. So the channel's just is what it is, I guess. Me and your dad share a name, cause like, surely you weren't just calling me your daddy. That's Baby Coin's job. Yeah, my YouTube name has roots in my actual name. But yeah, I created the channel with urging from Z-Zone Hardy, Declan, Zach. They've gone by a few different names in the Discord server, but Zach, they encouraged me to create the channel. I'm like, I don't know what I would call it. Here, let me just throw some letters of my name together and figure out what that makes. Also, like, My favorite emote among those selections are Ludicolo and Phantom all the way. A lot of Tinkaton, we got some Cubfu, got some Shaman. Shame on you guys that choose Shaman. Why your YouTube name a shark? Oh my gosh. I got Poipole. I need to get a Poipole emote. I honestly don't know enough about Shaman forms to know a difference between the two. I know one looks more like a little deer than a hedgehog, but I don't know what the difference does for them. Two Poipoles in one emote? One form put on weight since her last class reunion. They had a glow up. Maybe an emote of an embarrassed Poipole that says "Aw man" in front of it. Maybe. You want a waving emote? You named the Tetra Dualies. Hey, KC, welcome. Oh, earlier last night and today, somebody had me generate 6 very specific Pokemon for them and trade them out over my Switch. They were looking for a competitive team and had me generate it on my Switch and trade it out to them. I charged like $15 for that just because of the time it takes to generate them on my PC, transfer them to the Switch, and then spend time trading them out. I mean, it doesn't take a terrible amount of time. I was like probably at it like 30 to 40 minutes all in all, because like I'm a pro at it, I guess. Basically, I decided that I'm going to charge for that what it would cost me to buy one Nintendo stock. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with it. People on eBay sell Gen Pokemon. True that. I haven't been above doing that, not gonna lie. I think I managed to sell like 8 of them on eBay. And honestly, for how difficult it is to do that, like, kudos to the people that actually are able to maintain that, because that's wild. Smart move with youngins around? Yeah. This is true, Wookie. The hardest part about doing that on eBay is making it so that people don't report it, because selling digital content over eBay is against their terms of service. And like, if you do the listing wrong, they will take it down. So that's a challenge. But yeah, I'm using like extra things like that, and I'm going to be converting it into Nintendo stock for the lulz. Back in 2019, actually, because I was doing YouTube as a joke, I bought one Nintendo stock at like $30, right? I ended up selling it in the height of 2020 while Nintendo was like on fire for $70. So like I made a good $40 profit in 2 years just by clicking a few buttons. That was pretty good. You know, on Sword and Shield, they would trade them in Wonder Trade as advertising, but yeah, on eBay, they would list them as cards. I listed them as the actual Pokemon, not as cards. I just didn't mention that they were digital. Except for in the description, I would put digital only. Used to live with a dude who flipped a bunch of cheap stuff on eBay from China, like earbuds and such. He also played stocks. Did he do well at the stocks? That's a trick. You could probably sell Wishmaker Jirachis on eBay, since not all people have the thingy to spawn them. Yeah, and they would be legit. Like, I could spawn in thousands of those. Yeah, I think I was selling, like, Shiny Eternatus, Zacian, Zamazenta, Zarude. But I didn't. I did have issues with doing that, so I stopped. I'm gonna try to get a shiny Zacian. I haven't read much about how to do it though. He was using a friend's money. 1 mil budget. You go green, you keep half. You go red, you don't get a paycheck till you're back green. Wow. That's pretty wild. He made 30K on his half when Apple went public. How long ago was this, Casey? Like, hasn't Apple been public for like at least the last 30 years? I recently just repurchased like 3 stocks of Nintendo, and so far I'm up like 24 cents. Because I happened to buy it before the Echoes of Wisdom trailer dropped, and I'm pretty sure that has a lot to do with it. Oh, he was a little bit older than you? Okay. Like, what I want to do is... I'm kind of feeling out Nintendo, because... I want to dump like 2 grand into Nintendo stock and see what happens, because I'm either going to lose, or I'm going to go pretty big if I buy it before the Switch 2 comes out. It all depends on if the Switch 2 does well. Theoretically, Nintendo, I mean, if it stays with pattern, the Switch 2 should be a flop, but... All I know is, like, I owned 1 Nintendo stock for probably about a year and a half. And I made like 75 cents a quarter from profits. Oh yeah, Nintendo's pretty reliable. Might have to go soon. If it's of any consolation, Shark Lord, I fully intend to be going soon as well. Like, I don't think I'll be going more than another half hour. Just because today was more of an obligatory stream where I didn't want to just not stream. If everything goes correctly, my memberships should be able to be given away again tonight. So that's another reason why I wanted to stream, is just to see if that was the case. It doesn't yet show that they're available. But it is 1 minute away from my time. I don't know how, like, if it's going to tick over and be like, oh, hey, those are available now. But don't worry, guys. It only costs $150 to gift 50 memberships. That's wild that that's even an option. Pocket change. Eventually. No, they're actually not currently available yet, Shark Lord. That's what's wild. It still says that I gave them all out this month. Which, I mean, I would expect it to not be, like, right at midnight. That would be absurd. Yeah, YouTube keeps, like, a third of it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, I do gotta get me a new sub goal. I was hesitant to update it because of 20,320, I bounced between 330 and 310 for 2 months straight, and then just Deoxys giveaway and Magirna giveaway and the current giveaway kind of just like kickstarted the channel's growth again. But like, because it's only at 409, I'm hesitant to bump it up to 500 because the chances of another, you know, mass wave of unsubs just makes it that much more likely that I'm going to have to move it back down. Baby Coin seems to be doing okay. He's just vibing, staring at the pretty lights back there. Until I reached over there and touched him, and now he's just like, hey, why am I not being held? What's wrong with you? I'm the cutest thing you've ever seen, so why are your eyes not on me? Now that we got a new sub goal, we gotta hit the new sub goal. You just noticed it says 94 on the back of your hat? Does that mean it's the 94th ever made? No. That's Gengar's dex number. But this hat was made before we breached 1,000, so it was just 094 instead of 0094. You used to ask people on RuneScape what Pikachu's dex number was originally and give them millions if they could answer in 3 seconds. 25. Good night, Wookie. Felt like any semi-fan would know. Yeah. Fair enough. Like, I used to have pretty much the entirety of the Kanto decks memorized. Like, I could never tell you straight off, like, Ninetales dex number is like 38 or whatever. At least usually I couldn't. Because, like, I would have to count how many I knew and recite them in order. Like, I didn't know what dex number they were at any given point in time. But I did know the order of the Pokemon for the most part. Like, is Mr. Mime 123? I don't know. I would have to go through an order and find it out. I couldn't do it anymore, I don't think, but I'm probably good up to Clefable. Your brain in elementary school was stupid full of Pokemon knowledge at the time. Facts. Stop memorizing dex numbers in Gen 3. Yeah, I did get a little difficult. I mean, we obviously got the 9 starters, right? We got Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate, Spearow, Fearow, Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu, Sandshrew, Sandslash, Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran male, Nidorino, Nidoking, Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales. I feel like Zubat, Golbat, Oddish, Vileplume, or Gloom, Vileplume, Paris, Parasect, Diglett, Dugtrio, Meowth, Persian, Psyduck, Golduck, Mankey, Primeape, Growth, Arcanine, Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. And that should get me to like 60 some odd, and I'm done. It was a lot easier to remember with literally the entire Kanto decks in order on a poster in your room. Yeah. I feel like Abracadabra, Alakazam are after the Poliwags. And then, because it's in trade evolution territory, I want to say Machop, Machoke, Machamp. And then, I know Bellsprout is 69. So I feel like that one would be next. Weepinbell, Victory Bell. And that gets us to 71, maybe? And then Geodude's got to be there somewhere, but I'm not sure if... I don't think he's next, because I think there's something stupid in between those two. because like the dex also goes by routes, so like for the most part the order in which you can encounter them in the game is the order in which they exist for the most part in the game. And like I know I haven't listed off any Goldine or anything like that, but up until this point you really don't have access to a rod. Gengar is 94. So I feel like there's a 2-stage evolution in between Victory Bell and Geodude. And then it goes Graveler, Golem. I want to say... No, this is where it stops making sense. No, Onyx is definitely in the hundos. Isn't he? Maybe I already listed Onyx. No, I haven't listed Onyx yet. 90s. Onyx is in the 90s. Yeah, still at it, Smoker. Still at it. Gotta get that second Poipole. It is National Dex. So National Dex still goes by the order in which the Pokemon were made, more or less. You know, so like Steelix would be 152 plus. You know, I feel like Steelix is probably around 230. No. 210. Let's go 210. If you memorized National Dex, I fear you. Only exception is Victini. Victini is Dex number 0 in the original Black and White Dex. So it is 495. Or 494. What is Victini's Black-White Dex number? Yeah, it's number 000. And National Dex is 494. Because Victini technically isn't in the game. In the Pokedex. So, like, it just gets a special entry. It is the first chronologically in the Dex, but because it's not, like, actually a part of that Dex, it's not. Like, Victini's a weird Pokemon like Meltan. It both exists and doesn't exist at the same time. What's that in reference to, Arsenon? Actually, it's an event. Yeah. What I mean is, so how to explain this? You know how in Gen 4, you have your 150 Sinnoh Pokemon, but like you got Magmortar that's a new Pokemon to Sinnoh, but it's not in the Sinnoh Dex. Like you have to complete the Sinnoh Dex in order to be able to get the tools to evolve Magmar into Magmortar. So like it's in the national Dex from the creation of the game, yes, but like as far as actually being in the Unova Dex, Victini isn't there. Like it appears in your Pokedex because you unlock the national Dex, but it's not in the Unova Dex proper. That's what I mean by it's in the game, but it's not. It is an event that you can get on Victory Island, absolutely, and I've done that on a few occasions. Yeah. And that's why they put it as 000 in the Dex, is because Victini isn't... It's the Victory Pokemon. They don't want it to be last, so they put it like super uber first. But they also couldn't just be like, well, we want Victini to be the first one in the Dex, but we can't start it at 1 because that means that Snivy is no longer Dex position 1, and that just throws our entire shtick off, and we can't have that. And Bulbasaur is the Victory Pokemon of Kanto, absolutely it is. Do you think they're fixing to cook on Gen 10? I don't think so. For type-wise, there aren't many types that haven't been released yet that need to be released. Bug Dragon absolutely has to happen, but they're probably going to do that with ZA. Like, they have to. If they were to truly cook on Gen 10, they would have to do something more on the scale of Gold and Silver, but with open world mechanics like Scarlet and Violet PLA. It would need to be a multi-regional experience. There definitely should be a new evolution. I am on board with that for sure, to commemorate. Rumor is that the next region has a strong possibility of being Australia. Leech Seed, Poison Powder, Giga Drain. I honestly never used Bulbasaur, but like, now that I'm older, I have an appreciation for Bulbasaur. Maybe it's the poison type elements to him. Dark type, poison type, dark poison type. All of it. I think there was also like the three top places where people, well, I guess 4 really. So the 4 places that they currently think are the next generations are Australia, Egypt, India, and China. The reason why is we know that there seems to be a connection between the mythical Pokemon and the next region. I don't know the exact correlations off the top of my head, but allegedly there are some to some degree. Zarude's turned out to be pretty accurate. I don't know the precursors to that, but Ogerpon in the game is allegedly from China. Or something to that effect. Like, they made it seem like Ogerpon is from China, especially with all the masks and everything that way. India is still more of a reference to Copper and like we know that India is a region in the Pokemon universe that has yet to be told. And that was also a jab at Great Britain's involvement in India trade. You like some more lore about the Great Pokemon War that Lieutenant Surge was a part of? Yeah, that would be interesting. What would be really interesting is if the events of X and Y take place around 3,000-ish years after the events of Pokemon Blue. Because we know of 3 wars in the Pokemon franchise, right? 3 wars? For sure 2. He says he's from America in Gen 1 guidebooks. That makes sense. The irony being that it could easily be Vietnam. It could be a reference to Vietnam. It could also be a reference to the Gulf War. No, this would have been a little bit before that. No, it could be. It could be Vietnam or the Korean War, one of the two. Yeah, what do you want about Arsenon? found that out in the anime? I'm officially lost. Arsenon, would you happen to be talking about Visquez from Pokemon Journeys? From the episode Destination Coronation? Not elevated enough. Let me hit the pillow. Give Cubfu some knuckles. Pound it. You hope Lieutenant Surge isn't actually a woman. Just misunderstood the episode. Maybe. It's possible. Oh yeah, I've played Unite. Hey, Yaz, welcome. Unite is all you've been playing recently? It's a pretty good game. I was supposed to do this way. Doing a little bit of banking at the moment. I opened up a term certificate or certificate of deposit today, and I need to put the money in it. Oh, maybe it's not gonna let me. Oh yeah, it won't let me. It won't let me. Guess I don't need to worry about that. Bro is banking those dollar bills. How's old quirky Arsenon bot been? Honestly, it's been exceptionally quirky recently. I think I might have switched out which bot was Arsenon bot. So like this one was the Arsenon bot, but I think now this one is because the bot became too quirky. Hey, it's not my fault the Arsenon bot started, like, not trading out Pokemon when it was asked to. Finn, be 30 more switches on the wall behind you? No, thank you. I am done with switches. I am eagerly awaiting finding out if the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be able to be modded. You know it is. I don't know. The reason being is that the OLED Switch is only moddable through a chip. So, like, they did get it figured out how to stop people effectively from modding the console. Now, when the Switch 2 comes out, it depends on how much is different for what kind of vulnerabilities are going to be there. You're quirky, you'll admit. We still like you, though. Switch 2 will just be a Switch, but with a better potato. Honestly. David Esteban, welcome. It's been a minute. Also, y'all, I am here past what I was going to stream. We have been going for an hour and a half. I will be officially ending the stream. Usually I'd be streaming until 2, but we started early today, so I don't feel too bad about that. We're gonna be back at it tomorrow, at least 9 p.m. to probably 11 p.m. I will be streaming Resident Evil 0 on Brasscoin Plays. Then we'll bounce over here for some more Poipole hunting, hopefully find it. Same thing with Sunday night. No, tomorrow night is Sunday night. Same thing with Monday night. So, yeah, still continuing the grind, even tomorrow at the same time. So, I will be streaming for longer tomorrow. I will be better rested. Yeah, I'm glad you caught it too, Casey. Glad you caught this one. Love being able to chat with people and reconnect with people that were watching that weren't able to for a while. It's always great to see people that we haven't seen in a while just pop up and be like, oh my gosh, how are you? Like, it's been so long, I recognize that name. That's pretty cool. I love that. But we'll catch you guys tomorrow.